We need a space where we can integrate all the learning and business together. We need a space of gathering for mothers and children. We need a space for old and young, and domestic and international gurus and students. We need a space of reconnecting one to their heart, to their families and the community, to nature and the universe. We need a space that holds Asian wisdom and the Himalayan culture heritage. We need a space that transforms old wisdom into the future creation. We need a space to cultivate an aesthetic sense for our children's creative art of life. We need a space to practice mindfulness, love, and compassion. We need a space to teach G&H through art. We need a space to achieve Dharma through the art of weaving. I have been traveling to Bhutan for the last 8 years continually. Every time I was in Bhutan, I was inspired and touched very deeply by the weavers and their magnificent artistic work. The weavers are not only the artists and income generators of the family, they are also mothers of next generation and the cradle of Bhutan's future. The well-being of the weavers and the sustainable development of the weaving sector is essential to the harmony of Bhutanese villages. We need a transformative learning platform that can help people to cultivate the connections to themselves, to their families, communities, and nature. And Bhutan has answer for all this.
I feel that we are very responsible for whatever we are doing at Green Weaving Center. We're not only economically benefiting the weavers, we're somehow providing a platform for weavers, for children, their family, community, nation as a whole to connect with each other, to not just to connect with each other, but also to realize the importance of spiritual and cultural benefit of preserving our own culture and environment.
We're living in a time of environmental disasters, social problems, economic crisis, and which present current and future generations with life challenges that humans have never faced before. I often thought, what tools can we give our children to establish a healthy relationship between themselves and the world around them? With your children's attention, that is called economy of health. How can parents and the teachers help our youth to nurture compassion and love and to build their lives and communities upon? What would our communities evolve if every individual was connected with themselves, their peers, and Mother Earth? Underlying perspectives of life and the world are at the root of both the problems and solutions we created. Therefore, helping our children establish a holistic view of life can address the most fundamental challenges in our world that ultimately originated within ourselves.
We also encourage them to teach the value to their children, and that is already included in the adult syllabus. So somehow the adult syllabus pushes them to teach this culture, this history that they know to the children of Bhutan.
The weaving techniques of Bhutan and the garments produced by this method represents a rich history of the region that has been preserved for generations. The fabric and the clothing have the ultimate purpose to express spiritual identity and the meaning specific to the culture of the region. Weaving Center is a Himalayan Artistic Mandala. It is designed to cultivate a holistic life view that enables us to connect with ourselves, our families, our communities, and to Mother Earth, all through the art of weaving. It is also designed to incubate a model for gross national happiness in education and eco-business. Through such experiences, one will be guided to happy work and happy life, and to transform one's daily life into meaningful learning process. This will foster happy leaders for communities and society, and a good citizen model for Mother Earth. The Village Arts Center, where all the local art forms can be learned and created. Art Exhibition Center, where old and new regional and national artists can exhibit their work. An educational tourist visit stop, where they can learn the culture in an authentic way and buy artwork directly from artists. An international training center for people outside Bhutan who are willing to take a local art course. A sustainable G&H business model that applies zero waste, green energy, plastic-free, high technology as well.
Green Weaving Center, we aim in using local resources as much as possible so that the buyers, the producers, the sellers, community, the weavers, children, every one of them become aware of what we are doing.
Green Weaving Center is a transformative learning classroom, the soil for seeds of happiness and regeneration, the healing biotopes. Learnings about cultural diversity and biodiversity to establish a holistic view of life and connection with all beings. Green Weaving Center program will also nourish women in a holistic and creative way and bring them important knowledge and skills in the arts, child development, sustainable living. Most importantly, they will learn to nourish the next generation of Bhutan. Green Weaving Center is also designed to demonstrate a green fashion eco-economic value chain. Conventional economic system consider production, distribution, and consumption of goods and service. According to G&H values, all economic activities must be carried out consistent with a set of principles and standards. This perspective gives rise to the economic outcomes closer to the original meaning. The word economy means household management. This intention to achieve better culture, social, environmental, and financial outcomes will be manifest through the Green Weaving Center. Green Weaving Center is holding the highest standard of green weaving for Bhutan. It connects all the weavers to create a future of artistic textile and regenerative fashion for Bhutan. With the foundation of traditional wisdom and heritage, Green Weaving Center will bring the future to the present with all the mindful work and prayers for the world. Green Weaving Center is connecting the weavers with people from different cultures and countries with natural and healing fabric. Green Weaving Center is connecting Bhutan with the world through the true happiness and beauty of life. Natural dye, green fashion can become the weaver of the harmony of the world. And because this fabric has come from nature, and so wherever I wear them in any part of the world, it blends in the environment naturally. It goes back to the nature perfectly. And all my clients and friends who ever owns a piece of my design or the natural dye fabric, they always felt right at home wherever they wear it, and they feel empowered by the happiness from Bhutan. Fashion is a powerful language to impact people. It is a way of living which shapes our young generation behavior and actions in many aspects of life. In the past 25 years, the fashion industry has evolved to become much faster and cheaper due to globalization and offshore manufacturing. Second only to oil, the clothing and textile industry is the largest polluter in the world. The world consumes about 80 billion new pieces of clothes every year. This is 400% more than the amount consumed just 2 decades ago. And the fashion industry has brought a few issues to our society. 170 million children are engaged in child labor, damage of the environment. Many of the chemicals found in fabrics are known to have negative health effects. Preservation of a traditional textile is meant to be a rejection of fast fashion, and instead a celebration of a meaningful garment that can last not only a lifetime, but be passed down to future generations.